going on, TWP fam? Happy New Year. I wanted to start this with a possible trade entry, but it looks like the train has already left with my ticket still in my hand. Welcome to, I'm not sure what I'm gonna title this, but essentially this year it's just, time to lock in, get funded, take payouts, pay off the debt. The sole purpose of the videos was to document my every move, so that way I can always look back and eventually be able to teach and show others that it's possible. I think what ended up happening last year was I tried to do it all at the same time, and I wasn't able to focus on getting funded, passing the combine. And, I just wanted it all to be immediate, like, instant gratification. So I learned a lot. I lost a lot. And I'm still kicking. I'm definitely not giving up on trading. But yeah, so Happy New Year. How was your New Year? What do you have going on? What's your New Year's resolution? Are you into trading? Are you new to trading? Are you waiting for me to give you all the answers? If so, stick around. You might learn some things. Okay, so these videos are going to be somewhat long. So if you're not in it for the long haul, might as well just leave now. Thanks for watching up to this point. But I created a contract with myself, and I basically made this into a second job, like a part-time job, until this can become my full-time job. And the objectives are pretty simple. I must record a YouTube video 5 days a week, unless I'm sick. And if I am sick, just post a message letting you guys know that, hey, there won't be a video today. Not feeling well. I basically called out. I will do one trade a night if possible. If the trade is, there. If it isn't, then, there might be a short video. But there will be a video 5 days a week, unless otherwise said. I must wait until a trade presents itself. And when I enter my trade, I will always be risking $500 to make $1,450. So that's one trade a night, risking $500. That's 5 micros on gold. I'll strictly be trading gold. And I have 2 accounts. So last year, I kept signing up for 50K combines, and I realized in the midst of my learning, when I finally understood that risking 500 is very doable, I realized that if we put it in a game of an arcade game where it's a quarter for each game, like each turn you take, if you lose a quarter, that's a whole dollar, right? And so the way the 50K combine was, I had $2,000 of drawdown. So basically I needed to make $3,000 with only having $2,000 to work with. If I put that in the aspect of quarters, if I'm risking $500 per trade, I'd only get 4 chances to make more money. And well, essentially I was losing mostly because of my lack of patience, but also because of the lack of wiggle room to learn as I went along to get to that theory of risking $500. So now that I know that, on the side part of it, I when you sign up for TopStep's 50K combine, they give you a 150K practice account. And that one you have to make $9,000. And I've passed the practice account 3 times, right? Some was gambling, but mostly it was theories that I thought. Like, it was basically I would look at the chart, and as I was learning the chart and the candlestick patterns, I would take the trades on my practice account because I knew that I could risk more to make more. But then I started doing the same concept of risking $500 to make $1,400 to $2,000, right? $1,400 to $1,500 basically. And it was still working. So I was like, okay, if I could pass my practice account, right? If I could pass my practice account 3 times, and that's making $9,000, you guys do the math for me. I'm not sure how many times I would have made $3,000 on my 50K combine. Now, yeah, there's a lot of gray area there because, like, on your actual combine, like on your actual evaluation, where your emotions are, like, you know, attached to it. So you care about it a little bit more. Whereas the practice account, if you lose, it's free to reset it. Whereas each time you lose the combine, you have to put in another $50 of your own money. So once I got past the emotional and mental hurdle and realized that it's literally the same thing. If I trade the same way, I can make the same type of profits. I can do the same type of evaluation. I decided to also sign up for a 150K combine. So we're going to switch over to the 50K combine, which I will have copy trading to the 150K. And, you know, tonight's going to be the first night that I take a trade if I see a trade, and we're just gonna chill out. So it won't be too much talking, probably just some background music, and we shall see. But here's the practice account. I started it over on December 29th. You can see one trade, $2,000. Yeah, the 12 trades and the 27 trades. Yeah, I was just playing around and just trying to see. Now, the 27 trades on January 2nd, essentially I was down $3,000, and I was like, okay, my entry is right, my timing is wrong. So I kept getting back in there just to get the money back. There will be no revenge trading or anything like that of trying to get the money back. If I have a red day, it should only be a red day of $500 because I'm only taking one trade a night. Then the trade that I saw tonight, where I made $500 on the practice account, well, you can see on my chart on the hourly time frame. Eventually, I'll start showing you guys what the candlestick patterns are so that way you can follow along. But I was torn between a head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders, or a double top. And well, clearly it was an inverted head and shoulders because when the market opened up, it gapped up and it continued up. Now, the biggest problem that I also had, which is why I only have $500 and not my $1,400, is that I was moving my stop loss into profit too soon. So another like objective and rule, more so a rule than a objective. Wow, that was a stutter. But another rule is that I cannot move my stop loss until I've let 3 15-minute candles close. That's the only time I can close. Because then at that point, then if I'm still in profit and I'm above 10 points, I can then secure 10 points, which would be $500. But now we're going to switch over to the copy accounts, and we are live. You know, like we are in this thing. It's 8:20. There might be a position where I could get back in, but as of right now, we're getting a major pullback, so we're going to go down to the 15-minute, and we're just going to see where it's trying to go. Because as of right now, it did the inverted head and shoulders, which we could see right here. That's the left shoulder. This is the head. neckline, right shoulder, and now we're right here. So now we need to see if that's a fake out and we're just going to come crashing back down, or if this is a pullback and we can get back in and head towards the October all-time highs of last year. So now it's really just a patience game. I really had to learn to be patient and just let the trades come to me, because at first my anxiety was high. Then like revenge kicked in and that took over. And then I was still trying to find like strategies, but once I realized that you can literally trade from just chart patterns, I started to just look at the charts and pay attention to what the chart is telling me instead of doing what I want the chart to tell me. So hopefully that makes sense. By the way, I'm not exactly sure how this camera is like zooming in on my face and not on my face, but it's pretty cool. You know, I thought this would be like so much harder. You know, like I didn't think I would have anything to say when I started the recording today, but clearly I think I'm doing a pretty good job. don't hold me to it because I still have some studying to do on my chart patterns and candlesticks. But as of right now, the line I drew, the breakup structure, is acting as a sense of resistance. But then another confluence would be the previous candle, this one right here, this hammer looking one, or shooting star, I would say. Once again, don't hold me to them just yet. I'm still learning the candlesticks and the patterns. I would think is the second confluence that sellers are stepping into this market, causing buyers to have a hard time pushing it back to the upside. So I really just want to wait and see. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Still just want to wait and see if buyers are still even in this market, or if we're just gonna sell off a little bit, possibly fill that gap, or possibly tap into that demand zone. I am not worried if I don't make a trade tonight. I think I scheduled myself to 10 o'clock, I think. I'm not sure. Double check with you real quick. 10 p.m. So I've scheduled myself until 10 p.m. So we shall see, But if there is no trade, I will lock myself out for the remainder of the trading day, because this is a part-time job and it should not interfere with my first job. So definitely just working on discipline this year and listening to myself more so. If there is no trade at 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, then there's no trade for me. It did not present itself in my time frame, and that's okay, because there's plenty of times where the trade did show up in this time, so I know that this time is a good time. Tonight, just it moved before, and it may move after, because if we remember in my practice account, I got into a trade, which I'm not sure. Okay, yeah. So I have a picture of when I took the trade on my practice account earlier today. It was at 6:12, and I was able to secure the 10 points. And you can see, that was the move. But because I moved my stop loss into profit before letting it, fully do 3 15-minute bar closes, I ended up with just a $500 profit, which is still profit. So essentially, all I need to do is be patient and see if we're fully going to break out of this breaker structure. And if we do break out of this breaker structure, then I would need it also to break past that, which is 44.30, which is a whole number that it might gravitate towards, but we really just need to see. but I'm not sure. It's like, at that point now it looks like buyers try to push it up, but sellers are, really not trying to break past that break of structure area. Where do we go? I feel like a burst of volatility is about to happen. Yep. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I need it to break past in order for me to confirm it's still a bullish market. I think I'm gonna go for it, guys. All right, we're in it. I feel like I'm wrong, but it's too late now. So I'm gonna write in my notes. One. This would basically be the fifth, so 1, 5, 26. Long from 44, 14.7. Stop is at 44.04. .7. Target is at 44, 43.7. And now we wait. Excuse me. Oh, cheese. All right, so if I got in at 9:30, 9:45, 10 o'clock, 10:15 would be my move. So let's see if we last past 10:15. Or let's see if we get to 10:15. Excuse me. I can only trail after 10 points. I'm not allowed to exit profit early for the first 15-minute bars. Last 1 hour. Invalidation is broken. Alright. Now all we gotta do is survive, people. Definitely need to find a different way to set up so I can have my table, or well, my book on my table. But yeah, we're in the trade. We're not allowed to touch it until 10:15, so the recording would be stopped by then. But we can at least watch it together until 10 o'clock, and let's see if I survive. We did break out of the breaker structure 3 times now. As you can see, one, the really long one, the second one, the third one did not, but now it's the fourth, and it did. I'm wondering if it's creating yet another head and shoulders. If that's the case, then I am SOL, because it would then have to come back down and tap the fair value gap again if it is another head and shoulders. But we shall see. We're waiting until, oh, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool how like the camera zooms in and everything. But yeah, now we're just waiting until 10 o'clock. I do, however, want to see how this works. I want to look at my follower and see if it also got in the same trade. All right, it's pretty cool. All right, cool. All right, people. Now we wait. we would be moving it to 44.14-ish. We would probably be moving it to like right here. All right, I'm gonna move it. All right, we moved it. We are now in the break-even area. So if it taps us out, oh well. Hopefully it doesn't tap us out though. But all right, guys, it's 10:15. I'm gonna close it off here, and well, it looks like it might stop me out here, but that's also fine. Until next time, see you guys tomorrow.